It is time for another Smash Our Stash collaboration share. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. This is the Smash Our Stash collaboration. It is a collaboration that I host that focuses on helping you use up either some items that are easy to hoard in your stash or maybe items that you purchased, collected, and have forgotten about. There will be a hashtag in the title and in the description box for you to click on to see the other participants that are in the collaboration this month. If the hashtag gives you some weird things when you click on it, there should be an option to refine search to hashtag only, and that will hopefully clean up your search a bit. So this month, like each month, we have a different theme or prompt, and this month was fibers. So fibers could be ribbon, twine, threads, anything along that line. So today, for my projects, I kind of focused on some works in progress that I had going on that needed fibers of some sort. Over the past several months, I have finished off some pads and have trimmed down the pad cover, where they normally, like a lot of the Recollections pads anyway, give you the strips, like kind of a preview strip of the patterns that are in the pad. And so I pulled those and trimmed them down and had intended to use them for bookmarks. And I had them cut down, but I just hadn't added the yarn tassel. And then it was a Recollections cardstock pad, and so I wanted to add a little something to the front of them since they were just solid colors. So I did that. I went through and added my yarn tassels to all the bookmarks, so now they are finally complete and I can get them out of my kind of like works in progress bin, I guess. And then I still had these sitting on my desk. I made these December dailies as part of my 12 months of Christmas challenge from March, and I had everything done except for the sewing because I always dread that, and so I had held off on that. And so I went in and I used some of my wax thread. I only have one color of wax thread, so 10 it was, and sewed up my journals. And then I also added kind of an elastic seam binding that I have a big pack of, and so I added that to the journals, so at least I was finally able to finish these projects off as well and get them off my desk. And I will say, kind of side note here, kind of related to fibers, I guess, but I made these journals last month out of some white large envelopes, like mailing type envelopes, and I had done that because this paper didn't crease well, like even without the glitter on it, it didn't crease without kind of giving you a kind of a frayed edge a little bit. So I didn't want to just do paper for my cover and laminate it, and so I had adhered my paper down to like either side of the envelope to make my cover, and it was actually a lot easier to sew through than it was like any of the other journals I've done. So I had dreaded it, and for once it really wasn't that bad. So those are done, so I feel good that I finished off 2 projects that had been hanging around. And then I visited my scrap ribbon jar. I've been working through this jar for the last several years that we've had this collaboration, I think, and I'm still by no means like through it, but each year, like it gets, like I think the first year it was overflowing, and now it's actually not very full, so that's a good thing. But I did a couple different kind of bows. I tried to focus on some things that I knew I would need throughout this year for different projects. I did some messy bows, which is just taking strips of ribbon and then I tied them together with some twine, and I hadn't had a chance to do it yet I just hadn't pulled out my hot glue gun. But then I will cover the center with this other scrap just to kind of like finish the bow off. And then I can use these on some Christmas decor pieces that I will make for our Christmas craft fairs. I had this bigger piece of pumpkin ribbon. It's like really pretty ribbon, and so I decided to make kind of a triple bow with it, and I thought this could go, you know, now this one's ready to go on a fall piece of some kind. I could just like, sometimes you just need like that bow at the top to finish it off, so I decided to go ahead and do that. And then if you guys have followed me, at least for this year, you've seen me make a lot of those little cubes, wooden cubes, and I cover them in paper and then tie them up with ribbon, and they kind of look like a present. They're great for tier trays. I'll try to find a picture that I can put in here. But I always am needing bows for the tops of those, and so excuse me. And so I decided to go ahead and use up, I had a bunch of like scrap red ribbon in my stash, and I'm running out of the red bows that I have, and so I decided to go ahead and make some of those up so that I can add those to the top. So I did pink because I also do them for Valentine's Day. So I did do some pink ones, but then the rest of these are red. I did do some double bows just to like, you know, they just give a little different, there's a little more to them than say, you know, like a single type bow. So I didn't do a ton this month, but I'm glad I got some stuff finished up and off my desk. And then I have some stuff prepped for later in the year that will hopefully help my craft show inventory prep go just a little bit faster. Again, please be sure to check that hashtag to see what all the other participants did with their fibers for this month. It's always neat to see all the different projects everybody does and kind of how they interpret it. But thank you guys so much for your time today, and hope you all have a very crafty day.